Hello, my name is Kevin Tucholowski, and today I'm going to be doing a technical specification presentation on the base computer parts. Since 1995, most Windows-based operating systems and desktop personal computers have been constructed using the ATX configuration, meaning that almost all desktop PCs have been constructed using the same architecture as most other PCs on the market. This is important for most casual computer users as they have the potential to build their own PCs at the fraction of the cost and can easily understand the ATX architecture, as it is not an overtly complicated task to assemble a PC using ATX parts. The ATX construction consists of the motherboard and its respective parts, the case and the power supply unit, and any peripherals that are attached to the PC. If one learns the basics of ATX configuration, they can easily troubleshoot, assemble, repair, or upgrade their own PCs at home without the hassle of having to go to a repair shop and spend money on labor. The ATX configuration is known to be a plug-and-play system where the parts of the computer are much like Legos rather than an incredibly complex machine. Motherboard is the first and foremost part that is installed into the PC. The motherboard houses the most critical components of the PC, including the central processing unit, graphics processing unit, random access memory, CPU cooler, and other I/O components. Possibly the most important part of any PC is the central processing unit, the CPU, which operates as the brain of the computer and carries out all calculations that are made by the machine. The CPU is housed on the motherboard, and depending on the company an individual purchases a CPU from, that will determine what type of motherboard the individual will have to purchase, as Intel and AMD make two different sockets where the CPU rests. Other parts such as the graphics processing unit, RAM, CPU cooling, solid state and hard disk drive memory systems are universal and will operate on any motherboard as they are designed to ATX specifications. It is possible to purchase different size motherboards, as ATX has made specifications for multiple sizes ranging from mini to extended sizes, and depends on the size of the case the user purchases. Attached to the case of a computer are multiple built-in electronics that control the basic functions of a machine. This includes things such as a power button, a reset button, and the necessary electronic components used to power any USB ports, aux ports, and any additional systems such as RGB lighting and additional fans. Cases can come in various sizes and are designed in accordance to their ATX specified motherboard size, meaning that a mini-sized case will house a mini ATX motherboard. All these various components, including the motherboard, are powered by a PSU that is stored within the case. The PSU always sits in the bottom of the case unless a specialized design is purchased, and is connected to the motherboard and the case through various connections that are spread around within the case and on the motherboard. There is always an opening at the back of the case for cable management and to hide a large portion of cable from view of the PC. Peripherals are the tools used to manipulate and control the operating system of the machine. These parts include the monitor, keyboard, mouse, headphones, printers, etc. Anything that allows the user to interface and control the PC are peripherals and can be plugged into the machine using input I/O ports such as aux jacks, USB ports, and HDMI ports. When building a PC, it is important to purchase peripherals that are appropriate for the performance and purpose of the machine. It would not be wise to purchase an $800 monitor designed for gaming for an office computer meant for Excel reports. To conclude, the construction of an ATX specified PC is not an overtly complicated task and provides much information that even a basic consumer could use. Construction of a PC and repairing one can save a user time and money while expanding the user's knowledge of their own machine. As the ATX configuration continues to age, it is probable that within the next decade an entirely new configuration or a major update to the ATX configuration could be made, as individual parts such as GPUs and CPUs are becoming faster and more complicated. Having the knowledge to understand how to use the ATX configuration will be critical in knowing how to build and use individual parts as the industry continues to switch from pre-built machines to an individual parts focus.